I don't know if anybody's there, but hello. I look pink. I don't know why I look so... Oh, wait. This is the wrong screen. I'm so sorry. I need to go to my YouTube screen. I got rid of my YouTube screen. Maybe we just... we can do this for now. Hello, anyone who is lurking or out there. How's it going? Hi. I'm feeling extra awkward today. I don't really know why. I'm excited to stream on YouTube. I'm excited to talk to you all. I have a couple of announcements, a couple of things I've been working on. Just in general, hey, what's up, Jade? What's up, Shepherd's Voice? Strings, my mod. You got the little wrench icon. Let's go. Yeah, setting things up starting soon. My heart, the YouTube. Yes, I'm back on YouTube. I recorded a YouTube video today. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. Shalom E, so good to see you today. So good to see you again. Thank you. I had a lovely, lovely conversation with Shepherd's Voice. It was absolutely great. Shepherd's Voice, I really want you to know that I didn't upset me at all. I love talking about the things. Thank you for your testimony. Thank you for sharing yourself with me. I really appreciate that level of vulnerability. And yeah, we're totally good, I promise. Maria, how's it going? Hi. How are you doing? How's Argentina treating you? I can't believe it's the last Sunday of the month. I know this year has flown by and I'm not liking it. I do not appreciate how quickly this year has flown by. Intimately remember January and February and thinking like, oh, like I have this whole year in front of me and now we're already halfway through. Like, can you slow the fuck down, please? Please and thank you. But how are you doing, Pega Zebracorn? Oh wait, I loaded something up. How do I just want to see chat. Where's chat at? Erica, how's it going? I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation of Erica, but that's the way we would say in the US, I guess. Good to hear. Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. Stephen Poole, Eastbound, the greatest man alive. Shirt 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is fine. A decent rating. This is one of my more favorite shirts. I would give it an 8 out of 10, but 7 out of 10 is a fair rating of the shirt. Steven, how you're back home now, right? You're back home from your drive. I'm glad you made it in one piece. You're clearly alive. I'm so happy about that. Overjoyed that you're doing at least you're at least alive. I don't know if you're doing well. A 10-hour drive would have me knackered, as you all would say. But yeah, just this is gonna be a quick stream, another like hour stream, just sitting here hanging out with you all, chatting with you all if you so please. and then I'm gonna skedaddle to do other things. But yeah, just some quick updates, some announcements, and other things like that. And then mainly just chatting. If you guys are all feeling like chatty Cathys, then shall chat to each other. We'll see how it goes. Oh my God, sunflowers are back. Yes, I got a dress with sunflowers. Sunflowers are amazing. I got back about 45 minutes ago. Oh, that's great. I'm so glad that you got back. Any fun things happen? Any dramatic things happen on your trip back? The last road trip I took was 8 hours, and my AC in my car is broken. So I had to drive with my friend 8 hours in a burning hot car, even with the windows open. It was miserable. I will make it my life goal to have clothes that match yours. I'll have to grow me a shirt. Yes, Jade, grow yourself a sunflower shirt for indeed. I am hungry. I have not eaten proper amount of foods today. Nicole, how's it going, Nicole? Hi, lovely humans. It's so good to see you. I'm pretty sure you're Nicole AWD, right? On Twitch. Is that the same Nicole? I think it's the same Nicole. And if it's not, then hello, other Nicole. How is it going? 30 minutes on a motorway that's 70 miles per hour. Oh, 30 miles per hour on a motorway that's 70 miles per hour because some idiots don't know how to drive in the rain. Oh, that would suck. How are you feeling? I feel nervous. Chris Christopher. Nice. I'm feeling hungry. I'm feeling a little anxious. Overall, though, feel pretty good. I just had an amazing conversation with one of my community members from Twitch, and so I've been doing a lot more trying to socialize and get to know the people that are in my community, and it's been really fun and rewarding so far. No weirdos, other than you. Am I right, Jade? Ayo. Go eat. I'll probably eat in between my streams. Same person. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I don't like assuming, and I always put my foot in my mouth. But how are you doing, Nicole? I appreciate you coming over to say hi on. I know you're from YouTube. That's how you originally found me. But yeah, good to see you as well. It's so weird. Have a my like the stream on YouTube does have a special place in my heart because of you all. Yeah, I'm doing Twitch right after this, so I'm gonna stream for about an hour on YouTube and then stream maybe like an hour or 2 hours on Twitch. Twitch has been going really well. I'm sorry. When I get hyper fixated on things, my current hyper fixation is definitely Twitch. And so when I get fixated on things, I can get really stuck on them. And then my whole life starts to revolve around them. 34 minutes. Okay, Scope, probably not in this chat. And so right now, my current hyperfixation is absolutely Twitch. And so I'm sorry if I talk about it too much. It's just like consumed my life. It's a very ADHD or autism or whatever neurodivergency thing that I have. It's just absolutely consumed my life. And it's going so fucking well. If pardon the cursing, but it is going so freaking well. I'm at 207 followers already, which is absolutely massive. And have such an amazing and sweet community over there. And so I don't know, I'm feeling really, dare I say, proud of myself. Dare I say that? I don't know. Go eat. Same person. You doing Twitch tonight? You're so mean to me, Jay. I'm just giving you a hard time. That's our relationship. You give me a hard time, I give you a hard time. Back and forth we go. You double streaming today, daddy? Daddy, chill. Yeah, double streaming. I'm still grinding. I still want to grind Twitch pretty hard to see if it's something that I want to do long term. And but YouTube, I'm not ignoring YouTube. I promise. So there's two different things I'm working on to give you all an update. I'm a Twitch convert. I blame you watching Anna on Twitch. Wait, Anna who? Which Anna is someone is? Wait, should I have someone tabbed up right now? Let me go look. Oh, the Anna Reel is on? Okay. I didn't know she was streaming today. Hold on, I gotta go put her stream on in the background. Streaming on. Nicole, you're double dipping platforms today. I may not be there for Twitch. It's 10 p.m. over here. I work at 6:30. Yeah, no, of course, Steven. I never expect you to be at one of my streams. I never expect any of you to be at my streams. And so when you guys do show up, it means a lot to me. But it's never expected, always deeply appreciated. Let's see. If you lived closer, I would share some mac salad that I made. I make it different all the time, so a simple one, but cold food is good on hot days. Yeah, macaroni salad sounds really good right now. Any food sounds really good. You know when you're in that like hunger where you're just like, I don't care what I eat, I just want to eat something. That's where I'm at. Your shirts are my new fixation, I think. Jade, we got to get you some like banging pattern shirts, for sure. Proud East? What? What incarnation? I know, right? Dare I say proud? Odin says, "Go get sleep, young lady. Take care of yourself." Yeah, Annabelle, what are you doing up so late? It's 11 for you, right? You should be proud. Totally know how it's like hyperfixating on different things. Erica, what's your current hyperfixation? Do you have one at the moment? I must be a mod. Bubbles Rubble, how's it going? How's everyone doing? I'm doing really well. A little tired, a little hungry, a little nervous. I always get nervous when I talk to you all. Behave. But other than that, I'm doing well. I have some updates to share about YouTube stuff because I am trying to. Um, I've been taking a little bit of a step back, but I am trying to still stay on top of YouTube. And there's several things that I'm working on. It's 11 for you. Well, it is 11 for you, Strings and Petals. Oh my word, is that Sherelle? Oh, watch out, guys. I'm flustered now. Sherelle's another amazing person that I met through Twitch. Most of you I've met through YouTube, and that's why you're here talking to me. But Sherelle is actually Sherelle and Odin. You guys don't know who Odin is. Sherelle and Steven are both people, really amazing people that I've met through Twitch. Absolutely wonderful people, just like the rest of you, and so blessed to have them in my life. So I'm scared that you may be my new shiny thing. Let's go, Jade. You're gonna magpie me, I think you said. Oh my goodness, my angel Sherelle. Sherelle is lush. Yes, Sherelle. See all the love for Sherelle. Sherelle is truly amazing, amazing woman. A bitch with a purpose, as she says, as her podcast will be titled. Single mother to an adorable little boy. Overall, just such a great person. Like many of you, are great people as well. I seem to attract really amazing people into my life for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. Just luck, I think. Jade, my BB, Odin, Strings, I love you. But yeah, so since I have you all here, I'm sitting with an amazing little group of you right now. Some updates, so I no one misses anything in case you have to go. Is I just recorded a video today. I haven't had the chance to edit it because I talked to another community member right before this and had a really great call with them as well. But haven't gotten the chance to edit it. I don't know if I'll get it out today. I'll probably get it out tomorrow. It's the second video in my bipolar series, just talking about how I uncovered my bipolar disorder and so on and so forth. So I'm excited to get that video out. Today, a podcast is getting released from one of my good friends, Maddie Quinlan. Maddie is a friend I met through Sophie. Sophie is a big friend of this channel, an amazing supporter of mine, someone I also met through YouTube. But I did an interview talking about my eating disorder experience. I did another interview, did like a podcast talk. And so that's releasing on Spotify today. And so I'm going to cut up, I also recorded it. So I'm going to cut that interview up into like a little small segment and publish that segment on my channel and then link people to the full interview if they want to listen to it. But yeah, I'm super excited about that as well. I don't talk about my eating disorder very often for a wide range of reasons. Well, some specific reasons, but it was really nice to be vulnerable and open up about that kind of stuff on the podcast. And so that's two pieces of content that are coming down the pipeline. Probably tomorrow a video about bipolar stuff, and then probably on Friday a video going over that's a snippet from this interview that I did about eating disorders. So that's what's going on. Did you get rest after your stream yesterday? I did get rest. I stayed up for a little longer. I played some video games with some friends, but then I crashed. I was absolutely exhausted after yesterday's stream. Yesterday's stream was wild. That's because you're a really amazing person. Thank you, Sherelle. I appreciate the kind words. Opposites attract, so you attract amazing beings. See, not Annabelle has it figured out. Opposites do absolutely attract. I kid. Because you're an amazing person. Thank you, Shepherd's Voice. I appreciate the kind word. Giggles, she noticed me. Aw. Patrick, I love you. You twitched your YouTube? What do you mean you twitched your YouTube, Jade? Another lovely day of playing the great game that is What Does Jade Mean? Let's go. But yeah, those are just the updates. Other stuff that I want to work on is like nicotine stuff, nicotine related videos. Personally not in a great place with nicotine at the moment. I need to quit again, but some nicotine content, and then maybe some more sensitive videos as well. There's just so many different things I could be working on that's I'm overwhelmed, the burden of choice, that just like too many different options, and so they're all like kind of equal in weight, and so I just get overwhelmed of like, is this the right video to be working on? Is that the right video to be working on? What do I want to do with my time? And so that's a little bit of the struggle that I have, is like, you all know me. I talk about a million different things on my channel, so whoosh. Yes, whoosh indeed. That's awesome. What's up, cute cupcake? It's nice to see you over on YouTube as well. I'm like a Russian roulette. Yes, you never know what you're gonna get. No, you're like as Forrest Gump would say, you're like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. That was an awful Forrest Gump impression. I'm sorry you had to listen to that. But that nonetheless is my Forrest Gump impression. I need water. To represent Popog, will you be discussing any Supreme Court cases in upcoming videos? No, unfortunately, I will not be touching any topics of Supreme Court cases in any of my upcoming videos. I'm all sunburned. Oh, I'd like to see that. You'd you get me all red. Jade, I love Forrest, and yet that was awful. Yes, that was an awful impression. It truly was. Actually, I went through the last night and watched as many of your videos as possible before getting tired, and I also wanted to ask, when you came back and posted your first video, you talked about Sherelle, wait, is there more to that message? You dotted. Adriano, I don't know if lurking is a thing here, but I'll do it anyways as I'll get ready for dinner. Adriano, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Lurking is still a thing on YouTube. It doesn't matter nearly as much, but it's still appreciated nonetheless. If you have other things to do, by all means, do them. It's not as significant as it is on Twitch. Check your Discord. Me check my Discord. Oh, did you send a photo of your sunburnt self? I don't have anything from you, Steven. My boy. You're supposed to wear sunscreen. Just take your topics one at a time. They're all important. Thank you. I appreciate that. There's just so much I want to talk to you all about. If I could show you, and I have shown you before, like some of my roadmaps, but if I could show you the interconnected map of things I wanted to talk about and how they all coalesce into this coherent thing, this very complicated, like ongoing, it's like Game of Thrones level of complicated in my head of all the things that I want to talk about and how they're all interconnected. But yeah, I who knows how much of that will ever get actually made. I'm sorry, Sherelle, I'm a head duck. You're the head duck? Oh, never mind, it's still sending. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I haven't gotten it yet. You talked about feel free to share on stream. Okay, I might do that. You talked about doing a video on SA, and I haven't seen one, I don't think, unless I missed it, but that topic is something that I also went through and actively healing from. Yeah, so my SA, sexual abuse, we're going to talk about that briefly. I'm not going to get into any kind of graphic detail. But I do have a video that I'm working on about SA. It's just really hard because it's such a sensitive video, and it will be the first time, other than like alluding to it, I've alluded to it now on my channel and in my streams. I've mentioned that I've been essayed in to some degree. I haven't talked about at all what had happened, but I am working on a video that kind of describes why SA, like sexual abuse, compels silence in its victims, and it's a very abstract video about all these different layers of what it's like to have gone through that and the secrets that you carry and this and that. And so that's been a really hard video to write because it's very sensitive in nature, and then it's also just a complex topic to unravel. And so yeah, I am working on that. I haven't published it yet. And then I also have to work on videos that talk about actually what happened, and that I'm dreading just a little bit. I'm always afraid. I'm just afraid of people's reaction, especially me as a man talking about SA. I'm vaguely afraid of it. Hold on, Odin, let me pull this up. Oh my fucking word, you are burnt. Oh my, Odin. Your face as well. Your farmer stand, though. Is that from being out on the beach? What is that from? I would have showed that on my Twitch stream, but just because it's a different kind of vibe and different audience here, I'm not going to show it on my YouTube stream, but I would show it on my Twitch streams. I wanted to see if there was an ETA on it. Oh God. If you are looking forward to it, I will put it as more of a priority. I'll try to get it out in July. I would love to have a conversation if that's something you talk about. I would love to have a conversation about your experiences with it and where you sit with it, because SA is like something that's like way more common than we think, but I haven't really had a lot of opportunities to talk about SA with other SA survivors. Because like, how do you bring that up in a conversation? And it's like, yo, have you been abused in this way? And can you talk to me about it? So I would really appreciate the opportunity to talk to people that are in a good place to talk about their experiences and have a lot of insight into like the way they feel and so on and so forth. I'm doing a bunch of mental health series on my channel. I'm like, oh, I need to talk about ABC, so QRS makes sense before I get to XYZ. Exactly. That's exactly the way I feel. There's so many interconnected things that have to be explained before I get to anything else. And it's very overwhelming because like each of those individual pieces are like these huge tasks in themselves. And then when you scope out to the whole alphabet in this case, using the metaphor or analogy, either one, it's like such a complicated thing. And so yeah, you get it. Looking forward to more videos of bipolar disorder, please. Yeah, I recorded one. I'm gonna be releasing that soon, and then there's a couple other bipolar videos as well. Maria, I don't remember. Do you have bipolar disorder? Jade with the butterfly. Thank you for the butterfly, Jade. I appreciate it. Completely understand. Thank you, Easty. Yeah, Cheryl. Thank you for being vulnerable, though. Thank you for talking. At least relating to me in chat about that. That's not an easy thing to take ownership of in any regard. Now it's sent. Yes. Must have been hard to ask about, and I love you. I'm proud of you. I love you too, Cuppy. Aw. It will help in your healing process. Yeah, I definitely think making these videos will help. It's just yeah, it's just hard, right? Like talking about it in general is hard, but then I have a lot of insecurity about people not believing me, or people saying that it's not that bad. It's pretty atypical. Like, without getting into detail, if I told you what had happened, I guarantee like whatever you're imagining happened to me right now isn't it. It's like a very insidious, strange, unheard of thing that happened. And so whatever you're imagining, it's probably wrong. And I can say that with like fairly confidently just because I've told several people before, and they're like, I never even thought of that as a possibility. I've never even considered someone doing that. So it's a very unique situation that happened. Opening up only when you're ready. Opening up too early can hurt like a bitch. Exactly, Q Cupcake. Because we drive on the left here, wheel on the right side of the car. The neck and face and legs is from the beach. The right arm is from driving back today. Okay, that makes sense, Odin. I appreciate you so much. Absolutely, I'm very open with talking about it. I also wanted to see your outlook on it too, because what you're going to go into is something I experienced until the oh oh wow. I'm so sorry, Cheryl. I don't know. I obviously don't know any of the context, and I'm not asking you to talk about it here in the live stream. But I just want to empathize with you because whatever nature it is like you know, essay is a really difficult thing. So what the fuck? I just teared up. I must be tired. Nothing else. I love you all heaps. Aw, what got you to tear up? Strings and pedals. It took me a long time to talk about my essay, even with a counselor. I'm looking forward to your insight. Oh, I appreciate it, Jade. Yeah, I feel like I have maybe a few insightful things to say. I don't know. And also seconding what Cupcake said, don't rush the video if you aren't ready. I don't think I'll ever be truly ready, but it's a video that I've been working on in my head for like 4 years now. So, you know, eventually you got to pop that sucker out, right? You do not have to think that someone is going to judge you for any topic that you're going to talk about. You have a very supportive community. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I wish I could say more. Let's just say this, it's complicated because, like, for me to talk about my trauma, I have to disclose the trauma of my ex-partner, and so for me to tell you what happened to me, I have to immediately and unquestionably reveal what happened to her to some degree, and there's a lot of moral and ethical concerns about that, and I think some people, regardless, will get really angry at me for disclosing her trauma as well, and they won't necessarily see what happened to me as necessarily as traumatic as what she may have gone through. And so it's just a really difficult ethical question, is like, do we have the right to expose the secrets of those who abused us, right? Do we have the right to put other people's stuff on blast? And that's a really hard ethical and moral question that I've really struggled with for a long time. It's South Africa. Just kidding. It's sexual ass. Yes. Bobby, how's it going? So nice to see you pop back in today, Bobby. I appreciate it. Yeah, I clicked it as soon as I pressed send. That's why I deleted my chat. Um, what do you mean, Steven? FM edits. Glad for your recovery. I was scared when I saw the video and recognized you from somewhere. What do you mean, FM edits? Um, recognize me from the Chubby Emu video or something like that? But thank you for popping in. You're a new name to me, new username, new thing. I don't know if we've had the chance to interact with each other before, whether through comments or whether through a live stream. I don't think we have. At least I don't think we have. And so I appreciate you coming in and saying hi. It means a lot to me. Hi, Bobby. Jade, it took me a long time. It took me 13 years. Jeez Louise. My social... Oh, fuck me, dude. My social worker low-key blamed me for the abuse when I finally told at age 14. I'm so sorry about that. That's an unimaginably wrong thing to be told, and such a difficult experience to finally open up to someone and they have like one of the worst possible reactions you could have, and, you know, kind of revert blame onto you when it's clearly not your fault. I'm getting a shower. See you all soon. East knows I feel uncomfortable chatting here. This is a safe space for you guys. I don't want to interrupt when I gave you all nothing to contribute. Love you all. Steven, I understand why you feel that, and I acknowledge and value your own feelings. I don't necessarily agree with you. I think you do have things to add, and you have had a difficult life in your own way. You don't have to necessarily have the same traumas, but at the same time, I still want to value and honor the way you feel. And so, yes. I was never diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety. Oh yeah, you have GAD. And avoidant attachment. Avoidant attachment here as well. Your boy can be quite avoidant. We don't know her, and you haven't said who she is. Why is your trauma any less? Man, if I fucking could just tell you what had happened, it would make so... It's one of those things, like, once you hear it, and Annabelle can probably attest to this. I've told Annabelle. Annabelle knows what happened. Obviously, Annabelle, don't disclose for me, but what's your perspective on, like the murkiness of it. Do you think it's equally like a difficult thing to talk about because of the moral and ethical quandaries that are involved in that? But yeah, you know what had happened. Annabelle's one of my best friends, and she came from YouTube, but she's definitely a part of the reason why I'm still alive. So shout out Annabelle. It's such a long time coming with your essay content. I'm scared and proud for you. Obviously, hurt on my and your and everyone's behalf who has ever experienced anything like that. The feels, yes, the feels indeed. I'm so sorry to hear. Have a great night, Steven. You should not feel that way. You're good. Yeah, thank you for saying such positive things to Odin. Or you guys don't know him as Odin, but Steven is from Twitch. His username there is Odin, and we've all grown to call him that. Yes, I just made an account, but I watched you without one before, and yes, I was talking about that video. Oh, thank you so much, FM Edits. Yeah, I struggle with an eating disorder, and it's hard because like when I made that video, I still wasn't accepting that I had an eating disorder, so I don't talk about it in the video at all. But yeah, I had an eating disorder, and I'm in a really good place with my eating disorders at the moment. I'm in pretty much full recovery. I still have my days where it's hard and I want to be lazy and I want to kind of give in to bad habits. But at the moment, I'm in a really good place with it. So I appreciate you taking the time to like leave a comment. And my recovery has been pretty great. Long. It's been a long journey, but here I am. Layla, it's so nice to see you pop up in a YouTube chat. I was just talking about future plans. I have a bipolar video coming out tomorrow, and then I have this long interview I did with one of my friends about my eating disorder that's coming out Friday. So I still got YouTube content, I promise. I'm not abandoning you all, not yet, not ever. Well, I don't know about ever, but not yet, not for the foreseeable future at least. Similar experience, similar happened to me, and not from a professional, but I also want you to know it's never our fault. Exactly. I'm just gonna pop up ad in your stream. Oh yeah, my bad. I think I'm pretty sure I forgot to disable monetization. I'm sorry. I make peanuts. I make peanuts. So if you see a skip, thing, you click on that thing as fast as you can. As fast as you can. Just gotta pop up ad on your stream. Hi, Angel, Layla. Apparently, if I would have just been honest with them and told them it was happening, they wouldn't have made me see the abusers. Granted, they also said they knew something was happening. So yeah. Apparently, if I would have just been honest with them and told them it was happening, they wouldn't have made me see the abusers. Granted, they also said they knew something was happening. Becoming a Pega Zebracorn, I think I get what you're saying. There understandably there's a bunch of there's a how do I say this? Understandably, there's a bit of vagueness to your message, which is totally fine. Vagueness is more than welcome here when we talk about really difficult things. So I think I know what you're saying, and if I'm correct in what you're saying, that is wildly fucked. And you know I'm still missing bits of the context, like the professional and what was happening, but I know enough now to know that like that's a really fucked situation. Yay, so excited to hear that your YouTube content is my fave, but you know that yes, Layla is one of my biggest supporters, and I really appreciate Layla for all that she does. Layla is another just like beacon of light in my life, and just someone that really helps guide me and motivates me, and just so lucky to call her a friend. Layla is amazing. Let's see, not a big deal, just never had it happen before. Laugh out loud. Oh yeah, the ads. Yeah, no, I usually turn them off. So I'm sorry that it popped up in the live stream. Sorry to all of you who had to get an ad. I normally turn them off, but for whatever reason, I was just rushing through it today. Or also, I'm just more used to doing Twitch live streams where I can't turn it off. Yummy peanuts. Yes, yummy peanuts. I don't know where the peanuts came from, but tap the info icon with the ads and press don't want to see the ads, and you can skip it. Oh, okay. Nice, Jade. I'm truly sorry to hear that. I'm sending you my love and support. I understand your hesitancy to share what happened out of your respect for your ex-partner and their privacy, but I believe you are completely justified to share your story. It's so important, if not vital. Thank you. Like I said, did I tell you, Layla? I think I might have told you what had happened to me, but yeah, I think I did tell Layla. So I've told Annabelle, Layla, Sophie, Moxie, and that's about it. I haven't told that many people, truthfully. I do let them run while I'm cleaning. I'm just saying. Well, I appreciate it, but I'm telling you, like, you letting the ad run is like an extra 0.00 cent for me. Don't ever sit through the ads. You skip those bad. You turn on ad block. You turn that ad block on. I support that. Yes, we talked about it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't misremembering. I agree with strings and pedals. I may not know what you went through, but it's like drowning in a lake and drowning in a river. You're still experiencing the pain. Yeah, luckily, just so we're clear, like I'm in such a good place with it. I would say I've like 90% healed from it. The other 10%, I will have to be in a long-term committed relationship to face that pain because a lot of the essay it was a product of being in a committed relationship, and I haven't really been in one since. Not really. I've had plenty of situationships, very messy relationship dynamics, but as far as a committed long-term relationship, I have not been on one. So there's still stuff I've yet to heal from because I haven't had to face those triggers, and that really comes from like falling in love with someone and like all the fear and anxiety I have about that. But for the most part, I'm in a really good place with it. Truthfully, I've like healed from it. I've spent a lot of time processing it. So that's why it's so that's why I talk about it, is because I am in a good place with it. I just have fears and insecurities that are still holding me back a little bit. Oh my god, everyone knows now. Basically, I'm chopped liver. What the fuck? No, Jade. I just haven't had enough time to talk to you about it. Like, I'm not gonna randomly bring up like, hey, by the way, when we're having this conversation, getting to know each other, let me tell you about my essay. Like, it doesn't always, not always the best approach, right? To trauma dump on people. I told him the same thing, Annabelle. Um. Yeah, no, Layla gave the same advice as well. You said make peanuts. Oh yes, yes, peanuts with the ads. That makes sense. The whoosh. It's not a command here, but whoosh indeed. I can't type in my own chat. Oh my word. I usually get wet hands from bleach, so it's out of hand sometimes. Oh, okay. What are you cleaning with bleach, Jade? Hmm? What are you cleaning with bleach? Sus. Can we get a sus in the chat for Jade? Also hi Lila, yes. Still figuring out how to tell if I'm healed versus I'm just not. Oh, if I'm just being numb again, not sure how to tell the difference. Ooh, that's a really good point. I think the reason why I know I'm healed is because I don't get triggered anymore. I don't have flashbacks anymore. At least I haven't had one in a long time. Maybe if a very specific set of things were to happen, I would have one. But I've been put in a lot of situations that used to be really triggering for me, and I'm in a really good place with them. And I don't have panic attacks anymore. I don't cry. I don't break down. I don't freak out. I don't dissociate. And so, on a personal level, that's why I feel like I'm healed from it, is because I can enter those spaces and I can reflect on what happened and I can talk about what happened, and it doesn't cause any kind of emotion. Like, I feel, just so you all know, other than like nerves and anxiety about talking about it, like I feel completely fine. This isn't like an emotionally taxing thing for me to even like vaguely talk about. I know I'm beating around the bush a lot, and I promise, like, once you find out what happened, you'll understand why I'm beating around the bush. It makes sense. I hear I'm so sorry. What do you mean? Whoosh, whoosh indeed. Do you not clean with bleach, East? What the fuck? No, I'm just giving Jade a hard time. Becoming a pig as unicorn, I think everyone is different, but for me, I know I'm healed when I can look back on it and not feel angry any longer and have empathy, but also know it's not an excuse for it. Yeah, I have a decent amount of empathy for my abuser. I don't really like using that term. But yeah, I don't have any anger. I'm not mad. I'm not excusing it like Sherelle said. I'm not saying it's okay. Or they don't deserve blame, but it like I let go of it a while ago now. I dread to think what you thought about our chat probably traumatized you all over again. No, our chat was fine, Jade. Oh, well, I'm not ingesting it at glitter cupcakes. Bleach isn't great for blood. See, I don't even want to know why you know that. I thought bleach was good for blood, and not that we had to stray into that category as at all. That's a good point at Eastbound. A good sign that you're healing is by not being affected by triggers. Forgiveness is key element to healing. It's a difficult thing to do, but yet necessary. See, forgiveness is such an interesting idea for me. I don't know if I necessarily believe in forgiveness. And not, and that sounds really jaded, like, oh, I don't forgive my abuser. No, I don't hold any ill will, but like, I don't know if like, I just am not concerned with it. I guess I don't really care whether I forgive them or not because it's unimportant, right? Like what happened happened. And there's this book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And most of the book is very basic. I'm not going to lie. But there was a part in there that was pretty profound for me where it was like, it may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility, right? So it's your responsibility the way you react to what happened to you. It's your responsibility to heal. It's your responsibility to progress with your life, even if it's not your fault. And so these things that happened weren't my fault per se, but it is my responsibility to heal from them. And so I've really taken that in stride. And so I just haven't been personally very concerned with this idea of like, do I forgive my ex? Do I not? Like, how do I feel? I do have a lot of compassion. So maybe if that's forgiveness, then I do have forgiveness because I have an immense amount of compassion and understanding like why what happened and like making peace with it. So maybe that is, maybe I've just described forgiveness. I don't know. Maybe I have. Hey there, East. Been listening as I'm driving home from the gym about getting ready for tomorrow. Yeah, Liz, it's so nice to see you again. I was wondering where you're at. Sorry, last week. I know I popped in. I popped in a whole hour earlier normally than I do on my stream, so that probably was pretty dysregulating. Shepherd's Voice was talking about missing my stream as well because I streamed early, and so if that was also the case with you, Liz, I apologize for throwing things out of the whack. Females tend to know. Oh, okay. Fair point. That's a fair point. Me being a male totally spaced that. So shout out Annabelle. What a goober. I've been there, East knows, as we slightly touched on it in our combo. Yeah, and I really appreciate that vulnerability and open up about that shepherd's voice. That makes sense. I struggle with emotions and I'm very numb. That's a new word for me. I've never alexithemic in general. I guess I could just Google. Oh, I can't copy in. Where's my chat when I need it? If you just want to explain what that word means, I could Google it, but I'm being lazy. If you want to break that down and have an opportunity to explain what that means to you as well, I've never heard of the word alexiathymic. That's a new word. Words of wisdom, stream on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. That's not a bad idea, nutritionist Liz. I could definitely try that. My Twitch chat's a little wild though. On my Twitch chat, we keep things a little lighter than some of the stuff we talk about on YouTube. It's like, for instance, yesterday we had like an hour and a half of pickup lines. It was just an hour and a half of pickup lines. That's all it was. So very, very different vibe over on Twitch when I stream. Though we do get deep. I have definitely had deep conversations on Twitch as well, but maybe I should explore that simultaneously streaming. Yeah, don't let other people's action ruin the loveliness that is East. Well, other people's actions are the reason I'm East, and that's another huge part. Is like, yeah, my essay was tough, but I wouldn't be the person that I am without it. And so I'm not saying I'm thankful. I wouldn't go up to my ex and be like, hey, thanks for doing all that really fucked up shit to me. But in some ways, I guess I am a bit thankful that I had to go through that because this person that you see in front of you, like, I have not always been this person. I haven't always been articulate. I haven't always been lovely. I haven't always been kind and considerate. I used to be a very angry person. I used to be a very emotionally immature person. I used to not know how to articulate my feelings, and it was going through these things that transformed me into the person that you see. And so, and the person that's able to make these amazing connections with people. And so, yeah, and in some ways, uh, shout out to the shittiness, right? Um, I've just been thinking in the shower. I'm so sorry if what I said sounded rude, but I feel like they need to clarify. It's not you guys opening up that makes me uncomfortable. It's just me that feels uncomfortable being here when I can't contribute. Thymic, like Imic. Imic? Yeah, see, you guys are all smarter than me. You're just as welcome here as anywhere, Odin. Listening is just as valuable. Yeah, like it's like contributing, like you can contribute an ear and you can contribute sympathy and you can contribute empathy. You don't always have to know what to say, and often it can be really valuable to articulate that you don't know what to say. And it's like, hey, listen, like I've never been through anything like that and I can't relate and I can't even begin to imagine what it's like. And so I feel for you and I have sympathy for you. That has a lot of power to it as well. It makes me feel like I'm eavesdropping in your guys' personal stuff. I seriously didn't mean any malice. No, I don't think anyone took malice out of it. And then like I think there are other people like listening and lurking that maybe don't necessarily have any experience with what we've been talking about. And I hope you all feel comfortable to be here as well, because you don't have to be a part of the club. And I'm glad you're not a part of any particular club that's fucked up, and so you're still welcome here, right? Like, and if you want to contribute or make comments or whatever, never feel disenfranchised to let your opinion be known, unless it's rude. And like, if you don't have anything nice to say, you can kind of keep it to yourself. um Oh, okay, not really interested in that. Yeah, Liz. No, I totally understand. Very different vibe. It makes sense if you're not interested in that. Like I said, we do sometimes talk about deep stuff, but then we also play video games, and just not the same kind of vibe that's over here. So I'm gonna probably keep them separate. And thank you for being honest. Sometimes it can be hard to be truthful with people and be like, hey, listen, that's not my cup of tea. I have zero interest in that. So thank you for being honest. I appreciate it. Got shampoo in my beard, so back in the shower I go. Alexithymia is characterized by an impaired ability to be aware of, explicitly identify, and describe one's feelings. Okay, that's really cool. I've definitely had periods of that, but I have never known that was a word. It means difficulty with being able to feel and or describe emotions. I'm not even sure I understand what an emotion is. Okay, I can't really relate to that actually. I've been very numb to my emotions, but I have a good understanding of. Mm, I often have a good understanding of what I'm feeling. I use emotion words, but generally go by my body sensations and thoughts. It's really interesting. I feel the opposite sometimes, where like I really struggle to connect physically with my emotions. I tend to over intellectualize the way I feel. And so I have a like profound understanding on a conceptual level, but I don't often feel my own emotions. I'm very numb in that sense. Um, Everyone goes to Twitch to simp over over East, laugh out loud. I don't know about all that. It didn't sound rude at all, Stephen Poole. At least I didn't take it that way. Just know that you're welcome here. Yeah, no, definitely welcome here. I'm so sorry I can't recall the whole stream. I was low key alcohol drinking. I just apologize for everything. You didn't do anything wrong, Jade. You were great. I saw that I would throw my riz to you, but but you stream at the worst times. Well, my fingers aren't working today. Yeah, you're pulling a Jade. Thoughts, bodily sensations, and behaviors are a good way to clock into yourself. Eventually, to understand how you feel, but it's super hard. Do you feel you've made progress? I hate time zones. East, true. L East, yes. L me all the time. Alexithymia. Alexithymia. Let's go. Liz with the phonetic breakdown. Thank you so much. You know I always support you. Yeah, and I really appreciate that. And like I want that support to be enjoyable. If you're not enjoying something that I'm doing, like I wouldn't want someone to watch all my videos. If you're disinterested in a topic that I talk about, like skip it. You don't have to watch it by all means. Maybe some progress, but I've also been told that for multiple reasons I may never be able to feel like a normal person, whatever that means. For reasons like neurodivergency, what if you don't mind talking about it, you obviously don't have to get into any kind of detail, and that goes for the rest of you. Like just because I'm open about my life, never feel any pressure to match me in terms of vulnerability. I don't expect that at all. You could sit and chat and like I don't know, like goof around or make jokes with me, You don't necessarily have to be serious or vulnerable, even if something, has happened to you to some degree. No, I refuse to skip a video. I'm bent on commenting on every single one. Oh, thank you, Layla. The support is endearing. Um, yeah, and I feel the same way about your streams. Like, even if I can't be an active participant in your streams, I'm hell bent on like making to the stream and then at least saying hi. And then I listen. I really can't tell you how much enjoyment I get from just listening to you while I work. It feels like I'm hanging out with a group of people. Streaming is addictive. Like watching streamers is addictive. My only chat up line for you is just I can't read your text. Oh, my chat up line to you would be just 10 things. Heath is lush. Like Heath, not Heath Ledger, right? That was his last name. From 10 Things I Hate About You. Good movie. Great movie reference. But yeah, for those that are just coming into chat or haven't heard earlier, I am gonna probably publish a video tomorrow. That's the second video of my bipolar series, talking about how I uncovered that I was bipolar and the process that I went through. And then Friday, I'm gonna release a segment from my eating disorder interview I did with a friend who has her own podcast. And so that's kind of the future content. And then I am working on a video about essay stuff, but that might be a little while. I won't stalk you, don't worry. Okay. Some of the abuse included being punished for showing emotion, among other things. So I learned how to basically shut down very early in life. That makes a lot of sense why you would struggle to maybe ever show emotion, because like in such a formative age, learning to shut down those feelings, that would carry permanent repercussions into adulthood. I don't know enough to comment on it. That's obviously like I have no expertise in this field. And so all I can really say is I hope that you have the ability to feel like a normal person one day. And maybe if not normal, then like in still feel emotions in general, and maybe in a way that like is maybe superior to the way normal people feel emotions, cuz I don't always think normal is ideal per se. Like I don't feel particularly normal, and I think there's a lot of benefit to me not feeling normal. Maybe that's just me. I'm a victim of emotional abuse, which is not so much as sexual abuse, but it's horrible when you realize why you have what is called post-traumatic stress disorder. I realized it when a YouTuber girl, yeah, emotional having been both emotionally abused and sexually abused, like I think they're both pretty shit. I think they're both pretty devastating, and I'm not really big into comparing which one's worse. I think that's a game of losers. In the sense of no one really wins if you try to compare trauma, and so if you've been emotionally abused, that's such an overwhelming and difficult experience as well. It's in many ways like just as destructive as I don't know. I want to be careful. They can be very different things, but still, like anything that's giving you complex PTSD, it has to be pretty serious. And so, what you went through, Maria, must have been really difficult. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Yeah, emotional abuse is just as hard as SA. Don't feel like you have to downplay your trauma. I completely agree. Just let you know, if you didn't get my message, I did watch your NDE. Oh, NDE 2 years ago, and again the other day on your next chat. I'll get some insight into it. I would love to hear some insight on my NDE, Shepherd's Voice. I can pretend enough to fit in, laugh out loud. When I wasn't pretending, people didn't know how to interact with me. I got a ton of comments. I just usually blank. That level of dissociation and depersonalization would be really difficult to deal with. I hate dissociating. I hate derealizing or depersonalization. Any of the D's, right? Fucking Odin. Any of the D's. Whether it's dissociation, derealization, or depersonalization, all of those suck. So, I gotta say, Jack Sparrow is might. There's this fucking heart button that really annoys me. Hold on. I can't. It always mighty fine though. I have a character thing. Hey, there's nothing wrong with having things for characters. I often talk about my first crush ever as a wee lad was on Shigo from Kim Possible. There is no hierarchy of trauma. Yeah, I really dislike this idea. Like, and I also have this opinion that the worst thing you've been through is like the worst thing you've been through. Like, your life and emotions and feelings are contextualized to like the worst and most traumatic thing that you've gone through. And so, if emotional abuse is the worst thing that you've gone through, then like there's no downplaying that. That is the peak, the pinnacle of your lived experience, and it's just as valuable if someone has like quote unquote societally seen as more intense trauma, and I don't necessarily agree with that. And also a lot of it's context and situation and the length and duration and intensity of the abuse, right? I know, Layla. Ugh. I'm really glad, Layla. I'm proud of you, by the way. I haven't really had a chance to talk to you, but I'm proud of you for taking mental health day. And you don't have to talk to me about what happened or what's going on. By all means, I'm here for you if you do want to talk about it. But I'm proud of you for calling a mental health day and you taking that space, because I can imagine that like with streaming, it can be hard and it can be really hard to take time off, especially when you have mental health stuff. The mole rat, yeah, no, the naked mole rat is definitely my first crush. Laugh out, just kidding. I think Rufus, my kitten, also Rufus as a ginger. Nice. Well, I do need to be wrapping up chat here in a little bit. I am gonna go stream for a little bit on Twitch as well. It's been lovely talking to you all. I just want to take a moment. I like to do aftercare when we talk about tough things. There's this girl that I follow on YouTube that made me realize that I had emotional abuse and that I did a lot of therapy and I could never see that because my brain blocks certain things. That makes a lot of sense, Maria. I'm really glad that a YouTuber helped you have those realizations. That can be really impactful to have that like spark of intuition of like, oh shit, like no, this was bad and like this and that. And so I'm glad that you had that, Maria. What was I gonna say? Oh, I like to do aftercare. So we've talked about a lot of sensitive things today, and I just want to make sure we're all in good headspaces before I leave you. I want to make sure that you're in a calm, collected state, that you're feeling all right, that you're not feeling activated. And if you are feeling that way, like let's work together for like the next 5 minutes or so of like bringing ourselves down to earth, checking in with our surroundings, checking in that we are safe, that we are away from our abuse, where our abusers are not here with us, that we are distant from it. Like we are adults now, we have agency now. We aren't getting abused. Hopefully, no one in my chat's getting abused. So yeah, I just want to take a moment after talking about something so difficult for a lot of you to recenter ourselves before I leave you, because I would hate to leave you in an activated state. Yeah, if anyone has any other kind of comments they want to make about the things they're talking about, I'm going to hang out here for like another 5 or so minutes, give you all an opportunity to have closing thoughts. It's really important to have aftercare after such potentially heavy topics, right? I'll pop over, but it may be a bit too much Jade for one night. There's no such thing as too much Jade tonight. There might be too much Christopher because it's very late for you, Jade. You and Odin and Strings and Petals is very late for you all. You do need sleep eventually. I can be hard to realize that you didn't realize it, and for myself personally, that made me feel guilty. So I hope you're that kind of, you're that kind. Hope you're kind to yourself, Maria. Okay, my reading literacy is not through the roof. It's tanking at the moment. You're the sweetest being, East. Truly, yeah. No, you know, I don't like dragging people into deep waters and then like sort of leaving them there. I want to make sure that we're all on shore together again, and I want to make sure that we're all in good headspaces. And you know, not everyone is as healed as I am. Not everyone can so effortlessly talk about these things and then be okay. And I don't want to lose sight of that just because I'm in a good place. We love Jade everywhere. Ayo and cute cupcake indeed. Wait, what? I'm in a stream and heard you say my name. Did I say your name? Well, I'm saying your name now, Steven. What's up? Don't tell me what to do. You don't have to go to bed. I would never. No, I know you have oppositional defiance, Annabelle, and if I tell you to go to bed, you're gonna be up all night. So you do what you need to do for yourself, and I support it regardless of what context. Sherelle, thank you. Of course, Maria. D's. Oh, I did say D's. Yep, I said D's. I said I was talking about three different um, types of dissociation. There's dissociation, there's derealizing, and there's depersonalization. And I was like, yeah, I hate all of the D's. And then I was like, fuck, Odin. God damn it. Like, set myself up perfectly for an Odin joke. Thank you for the reminder, Layla. Oh, I was saying it's late for you all. And so I was saying you, Jade, and Strings and Petals, it's late. And I hope you guys take care of yourselves and get some sleep. When and if you go to bed, I don't know what your guys' sleep schedule is. You're not my dad. I am so hungry. I somehow messed. He's kicking me out, damn it. No, I'm not kicking you out, silly. I just spilled water all over myself. Let's go. Professional YouTuber. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my dad. You're my daddy, not my dad. Ayo. Grab a snack, mijo. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna grab something in between. Okay, with that said, it has been an absolutely lovely chat with you all. I look forward to our next Sunday stream together. I look forward to uploading 2 videos. Like I said, I'm not abandoning you all in the YouTube land. So you all have an amazing night. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your vulnerability. I am sincerely wishing you success in what you are bound for. But yeah, thank you all for being the people that you are. It means the world to me. Bye, and I will see you all soon. Dun, dun, dun.